they couldn't join until it was over, and I couldn't wait. And so I got involved with a company called Rexall Showcase. It remains a very successful company today. It's called Unicity. That was an interesting experience for me. They only sold one product, and it lowered cholesterol. It was kind of more of the same for me. My cholesterol wasn't high. You know, who here's younger than 30? Who's younger than 30 years old? What's your cholesterol?
I have no
Who cares? Eat, drink, and be merry, right? The fact is that I started with something that was gender specific and struggled with limitations, and I found my way with something that was age specific that likewise had limitations. I will tell you that there are a variety of things when I was outside MonaVie looking in, trying to understand why is this having such extraordinary success. I didn't really get it until I got here, but I can tell you that it's in the bottle. Because what I found is it doesn't seem to matter if you're younger than me, does it? People drink the juice. You can be 10 years younger than me, 15, 20, 25, 30. I've seen children. I was in Canada recently, and a mom had a baby with a milk allergy who was drinking the juice as opposed to anything else. So it doesn't seem to matter if you're younger than me. It doesn't seem to matter if you're older than me. It doesn't seem to make any difference if you're a man or if you're a woman. It doesn't seem to make any difference if you're of Asian or Latino or Caucasian or African background. It doesn't seem to matter if you're more physically fit than me or less physically fit than me. Total universal appeal. That's a big deal. Total universal appeal. That's one of the reasons this has worked in such a remarkable fashion. Now, take that one more step. Total universal appeal and near universal enjoyment. How many of you drink the juice? How many of you like the juice? Does anybody not like the juice? See, I haven't met anybody that doesn't like the juice. Now, don't underestimate that. Our industry is full of products that people don't particularly enjoy. And I spent that whole decade at Rexall Showcase. We lowered cholesterol, and along the way we gave tons of people gas, stomach cramps, and diarrhea. I mean, that's the absolute reality. I mean, people's cholesterol went down, but there were some side effects. Total universal appeal and near universal enjoyment. Now let me ask you this simple question. If a person enjoys it, are they likely to drink more of it? And if they drink more of it, then is it more likely to do what it's supposed to do? And if it does what it's supposed to do, then is it more likely to empower you and cause you to pick up the phone and call somebody else? Yes, and if there's total universal appeal, if there are no limitations, if you enjoy it, and if the product then does what it's supposed to do, we wind up getting closer to the real key to MonaVie's success, the real key being product velocity. There's a couple of more steps, though, between here and product velocity. The first step is the total simplicity. I had to be taught how to introduce a product at New Skin. I had to be taught how to introduce a product at Rexall Showcase. You know, when I got involved with MonaVie, I've not had to teach a single person how to drink juice. They all knew how to drink juice, all of them. And you know what else I found interesting? I got involved with MonaVie, and they told me, they said, Randy, pour yourself 2 ounces of juice in the morning and 2 ounces of juice at night. I've never poured myself 2 ounces of grapefruit juice, ever, since I was born. I've never poured myself 2 ounces of orange juice. What I do is I get up in the morning and I pour myself a glass of juice. And that's what people do all over the world. And because that's what they do, the bottle runs out. The magic in MonaVie is that people place their second order because the first order is all done. The killer of productivity in network marketing is product stagnation. That is the killer. It's when a person is being asked to buy more when they still have some on hand. In MonaVie, as opposed to product stagnation, there is product velocity. And so when I hear all the different doctors talking about the wonderful things about the juice, I agree with all that stuff. Let me tell you, from my perspective, from a pure business perspective, the reason the stuff is magic, total universal appeal, near universal enjoyment, near universal positive effect, complete ease of consumption, speed of consumption, which results in product velocity. People place their second order because the first one's all gone. That's the foundation on which the whole MonaVie message has rested up until today. Weight loss is a great thing, and it will help our business, but it will never replace this story. This will remain a foundational piece for us, I believe, from now on. Okay, so that's the product. Now, the second one, the company for me, is just real simple. Because so many of you are brand new to our industry, you wouldn't know the trauma that a lot of people have been through. I can simply tell you that in MonaVie, no one will ever leave your group because the company violated their trust. No one will ever leave your group because the company violated your trust. If they place an order, it will arrive. It will arrive on time. If they earn a commission check, they will get paid. They'll get paid on time. If they accomplish, they'll be recognized for the accomplishment. No one will ever leave your group because the company violated their trust. And that C is the requirement for me. At the company level, if the company, if they do more, that's great. But if I can just, with reckless abandon, go bring people into the business, knowing that the company will never let them down. That's all I need. That's what I need. I can build a business with that because the world is full of companies who haven't done that. Now, MonaVie does so much more. But what I can tell you is that the company will never, ever, ever disappoint or let you down. What they will do is honor every promise, plus, plus, plus. And it also helps me that Dallin has been a friend for literally 50 years. I'm 53, and I met Dallin when I was 3. I mean, he and I have lived next door, literally 6 doors apart since we were born. Dallin and Randy. In fact, it was really interesting because today I was at the MonaVie offices, and Dallin wasn't there, but Randy and I and his dad had lunch together. And I've known these people literally since I was 3. And so I know that I can't transfer that to you, but I can simply tell you that I know these people. I know them inside and out, frontwards and backwards. And I know how they respond in various situations. And the way that I describe it is simply this. I spent the first long time in my career, as successful as it was, protecting my group from decisions being made by management. Literally protecting my group from decisions being made by management. Today at MonaVie, I can tell you that I don't feel that I need to watch my back. I can tell you with absolute confidence that MonaVie's got my back. I can tell you that you don't need to watch your back. I can tell you with absolute confidence that MonaVie's got your back. Now the third thing is the timing of the venture. And you know, I have a very different thought than most people have about network marketing timing. Right now I've got a whole bunch of people talking about catching the next wave of reveal and so on. That's not really it for me. That's not really it. You know, Herbalife is a great example of a successful network marketing company. They've been around for 34 years, set all-time new volume records last year. By the way, one of the impressions that people have when we talk about timing, what is the general impression of timing in network marketing? That he or she who is first gets the most. I mean, isn't that the general impression? He or she who is first gets the most. Very typically, very commonly, whenever a company has a moment of stabilization in volume, whenever volume's not going up for a moment in time. And that's any of you who happen to have had any interactions at all in the financial markets. Is there any such thing as a company whose revenues always go up? Always? There is no such thing. Does any stock price always go up? Or are there in fact cycles? There are ups and downs. I mean, what is a bull market? A bull market is a series of higher highs and higher lows. It is a trend within a band. Well, if we look at the whole history of network marketing, typically whenever a company is in a stabilization period, distributors are rushing off to find the next thing. I want you to leave here knowing this. It would defy all logic to contemplate having a permanent income if you make a temporary commitment, wouldn't it? That would defy all logic. What you have to do is make a permanent commitment to a company that you're confident will create wave after wave after wave after wave. I live right on the beach. I live on the beach, and I haven't just seen one wave. What I have seen is that the waves always come. They're always coming. The key is to not try to catch a wave because reveal's about to come. The key is not to try to catch a wave because of some instance in the company's history. The key is to learn how to surf. That's the real deal, because there will be wave after wave after wave after wave. And so your moment of profound timing is when? Your moment of profound timing is when you've developed a few simple skills. I'm going to talk about those today. There are a few skills that are required to really succeed. Those skills are to learn how not just to write down a list of names, but how to so live your life such that a candidate list stays constantly in front of you. That's a skill. And the great news is this, every person in this room can develop it. That's the good news. The bad news is probably none of you in this room have that skill yet. It can be developed. The second skill is to learn how